Kia ora and welcome to Tarmac. Today I've got my hands on the next generation WRX. This is also the TS, so it's the upgraded model, top of the line and ready and raring to go. It's more powerful, it's bigger than ever and far more connected. Let's take a look at this. So I have to admit, it's been a while since I've been behind the wheel of a WRX, and actually it was before the turn of the century, so it has been a while. And it's certainly different. It's different in size and dimensions, and as it turns out, maturity. Haven't we all? This model now comes in both the sedan, which is what I'm in the moment, and also a wagon. And in terms of size, I actually think it feels more like the Legacy, which actually I did own. It's not to say it's not sporty, because it really is, and not to say that it's not dynamic, because again, it really is. But I think I would have preferred it to be a little bit smaller. Up front, unmistakable Subaru grille, plenty of lower vents to help get air into the engine that I'll go to in a minute, and nice bright lights. It's also got this bonnet scoop, which is I love bonnet scoops. Round the rear, you've got a boot lid spoiler, you've got nice bright tail lights, you've got quad exhaust, which is also great, and also, being as this is the TS, it's got the TS badge, and sits on nice big wide 18-inch feet that are actually shrouded in these in a sort of protective wheel arches that are also vented as well, so there is a fair amount of aerodynamic thought gone into it. In terms of comfort, looking around, I'll go through the dash and stuff, everything soon, but it's well laid out. There's everything at your fingertips. The gear stick is right there where you need it to be, and the actual, like I said, the layout's very, very easy for a driver to understand and know what's going on. The seats are well bolstered and come with the WRX monogram up the top here, so that's good. And it's sort of in a suede and a sort of synthetic leather. So for those that don't like leather, this is the sort of best of both worlds as far as a sort of a nice feel and also sort of that leathery type feel. Steering wise, nice and positive, and great when you're heading into corners, which is what this car should be all about. And the throttle is drive-by-wire, so it's not bad. There is a fair amount of, actually there's a little bit of lag there, but it could be more responsive, I guess. Visibility all around. You've got these little quarter panels over here, so you can see there's very little blind spots, which is handy. And a big windscreen and big rear window as well, so nice from there. Looking out over the bonnet, all you see is that scoop, and who doesn't like a bonnet scoop or a lump in the bonnet to make you know that there's something powerful underneath. In terms of power, under the bonnet is a 2.4 litre turbocharged boxer engine that's married to an 8-speed performance transmission that gives you 202 kilowatts of power and 350 newton meters of torque. 0 to 100 comes in at 6.1 seconds too. In terms of efficiency, it gives you 8.5 litres per 100 kilometres, and in terms of emissions, 192 grams per kilometre. The thing that I wanted to know about is its off the line speed, and 6.1 seconds is not bad, but I think the ones of old used to be more aggressive in the way that it lays down the power, and I would have preferred that in this type of car. But I guess maturity is all around. I say about the power being not quite there, but when you look down, you're already into places that you probably shouldn't be in on the road. So it's quick. It is quick. It's a quick car, but yeah, not as angry as the old ones, in my opinion. Braking's good, and also it's nice to have that little blip when you're going down in deceleration. So the box keeps up nicely. Special mention to this steering wheel. It does feel great in the hand. It's the contrast stitching. I mean, there is a fair amount of red contrast stitching around, but this does feels good. Feels sporty. Feels right where it should be. And there's nice little sort of fake carbon or carbon effect surrounds here, there, and everywhere. Nice little trim bits. The thing that I want to concentrate on is this 11.6-inch infotainment screen. It's full of apps and, you know, ultra modern and things like that. You've got plenty of car information, so if you want to go into your maintenance, look at that. You can tell when you last did everything on the car. Driving stats, always cool, including well, just everything you can think of from there. When you dap into the driving modes, you've got everything from comfort, normal, sports plus, which basically turns everything up to the right hand side, or you can individualize it. So from the power unit to the steering, steering feedback, your suspension, you can really mess with the eyesight, so you can have it as as responsive as you want. So if you take your eyes off the road, it's going to penalize you. And also your climate control, so you can have it mild or normal. So loads going on here. And also when it comes to stereo wise, you've got Harman Kardon stereo, which is actually quite beastie, or you can listen to actually the sound of the engine, which you can't really hear that much of. Moving over to the instrument cluster, it's got the 2 analog dials, so it's pretty standard from there. You can flick through the center and adjust some of the stuff on the TFT in the middle. And also, if you look up the top, you can actually adjust some of the stuff up here, so you can see where you are, what you're doing, and some odds and ends. So not bad there. On the left hand side of the steering wheel, you've got your stereo stuff, which is actually tied into a Harman Kardon stereo. And on the right hand side, you've got all your adaptive cruise controls and lane keep assist stuff, and all your how close you are to the one before. And also, like I said, this mode button, which means you can flick through to the driving mode you want, which should be Sports Plus. And also a nice little STI nod here, so you know you are in a performance model. It's certainly better connected as far as technology goes. I mean, I guess that would be a given in a modern car, but it does tend to beep a bit when you're going near the white lines, but then all modern cars seem to nowadays. But overall, it is well protected. There's plenty of stuff to keep you and your family safe, all while giving you some driving fun. The road's relatively greasy, but I'm really not worried about it, thanks to the symmetrical all-wheel drive. This should hug the roads like a long-lost friend, and it sort of does. But also just gives you that extra bit of fun when you want to drive. There's a fair amount of wind noise, but not too much road noise. So there is a feel from the road, but not too much from the tarmac, which is, again, good. You can hear the boxer engine when you're really revving it, but I don't know. Maybe I'm stuck with the old one, but you could hear the other one a little bit more. It was a little bit more in your face. I think the old one was, well, a few generations ago, was certainly more in your face all round. Space wise, if you do want plenty of space, you go with the wagon, but in the boot there, 411 litres of trunk space, so enough for your weekly shop and possibly a few toys. In terms of cabin space, there is actually quite a lot of room arm-wise, you know, shoulder room, for me, headroom, loads. And also, for those that sit in the back, there's actually a fair amount of leg room back there. So it's a nice, comfortable sedan. So there you have it, the next generation Subaru WRX TS. STI trained, or tuned, sorry, and a ton of fun to drive. I would have personally really liked it to be a little bit smaller in size and also a little bit more aggressive in acceleration, but you know, you can't have everything. And this is a top flight, mature sports car. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. It will be around here somewhere, and I'll see you on the next one. See you.